Hello and welcome back to the Homestead. So the first part of this video is just an update. So when we got the property, we have some outbuildings. So we use one of them over there for the barn, and then we have one here that was a old dog house. We believe it's where the previous owner used to feed her dogs, because she used to have a kennel, and there was a chest freezer and a load of old food bags in there. So it used to be called the doghouse. What we're going to call it now is a food store, because we've converted it a bit. We've done a clean up and everything like that, and we're planning on using it for both animal feed and our food once we've got food from the veg garden and meat. So I'm just going to take you in. It's also used as a bin, so we've got a bit of work to do to put a walls up. That means we can have it as a bin area and then feed separate as well. So inside, got an internal tap over this side, and then we've got our feed all lined up over here. When we have excess feed, it will go under the bottom as a store. Bedding on the back wall, and then it's a bit messy on this side because this is where we've got stuff to take to the tip. So all of this is to go to the tip. There's a chest freezer, an old one. It's not good condition, otherwise we would have possibly reused it, but that's also to go to the tip. So the aim will be from this wall to about here will be a bin area. So we'll seal it off on here, and have a door at this point. We'll then have a fridge, freezer and a chest freezer here, and then this corner will be for shelving for putting up fruit and veg, canned food. We'll then have a shelf that runs down the middle, and then obviously over this side we have our feed tables. So all the animal feed lined up. Just means that we have an area that we can actually easily come to, make all the feeds, go out and feed the animals. The access to water is useful as well for making some of their food, but the problem with the water is it does freeze sometimes during the winter, so we're trying to look at ways of avoiding freezing water. So that it is for this part of the video. We are planning on doing a bit of a video about the poultry, because we've got some new additions to the poultry, and we'll catch up on that. We still don't have any piglets from Truffle. We still have, I think her last date of piglets though is the 26th of April, we worked out. So we have time yet, so we're not too concerned. But she showed signs of going, really excited, and then it's all dropped off and she's gone back to slow again. She's got no signs that she's had anything like a false pregnancy or anything like that. She's still developing, her teats are still developing, and her vulva is still extending, which is great, but nothing yet. And it's the same with the sheep. There's also no sign of lambs yet, but again, they're not due until the 16th, 18th of April. So again, a bit of time on that. That is it though, and I'll see you in a second with the poultry. So, poultry update. First things first, lockdown's over. Well, for the birds anyway. So, ducks are free ranging. They have the entire garden, the dell, a pond built for them. They've built themselves a pond down there as well. But as you can see, they're all happily out, and the keen eye of you may have spotted there's another bird in with them. So obviously, baby hen you're probably all aware of. So you'll see there and there are two new birds. These are our two new Brahmas. They are a very nice little lady, as you can see. So yeah, they are eventually going to join our Brahma flock. However, for the time being, they're in with the ducks because they'll be safer in there. Sorry, it's dead bedtime, so just putting them to bed as well. Yeah, so for the time being, they're going in with the ducks just till they get a bit old, because our cockerel is a big boy and we don't want him injuring them at the moment. Secondly, we have a new pen. Now this is for our two cool ducks. As you can see, they're not the same cool ducks anymore. That is Lilo, the same girl. However, Stitch has been changed for Walnut. are male. So Stitch was unfortunately, we believe, taken by a badger, and as such he's no longer with us. So we wanted to make sure that we got a pair straight back, and it turned out he was a free bird for us, which is lovely. He's a lovely bird, very good temperament. He's very protective, and as you can see, they got on very well, which is great news for us. So yeah, that's our update with regards to the cool ducks. They will be being brought inside because I haven't put a door on this coop, but eventually there will be a door on this coop. The second area that will be updated is this area here. Now this area is going to be for the Shetland ducks, which you may have seen us hatch, or you may have seen, because I think they were in one of our last videos, but they were still inside at the time. Sorry, climbing over the fence, not a comfortable one. Oh, bloody drama. Right, I'll get her in a minute. So this area here we're going to put for the Shetland ducks. It's only a small area for the time being, because eventually they will both be heading down there, the Shetlands and the cool ducks, into separate pens for breeding lines, which we'll be selling hatch and eggs for. Obviously, still have the rainbow flock. The biggest change for them, there's no net anymore. A nice small coop, they're free ranging, which is again fantastic. They have taken up using this old cool duck pen as their egg laying, and if I just turn the camera around and go in, you'll be able to see the nest that they've laid. Go on. So yeah, you can see they've got their nice eggs in there. I'll be taking them out because again, don't want the badger to get them. But yeah, Ranger cockerel is a very nice cockerel actually. We're really happy with him. He's doing really well. And obviously the mix, so we've got copper marans, we've got Aracanas, cream leg bar, hex batteries, and there's a Australorp, 2 Australorps. One of them is that one just there, but as you can see, it's a field of black pretty much with a couple of colours, so distinguishing, and they all have that sheen on them, which is nice. And one way, there's the other Australorp. Go on, in you go everyone, in. No, we're trying out a new bedding which is working really well for them. You can see it keeps it very dry in there, and we've put wool for their nest boxes. We thought with sheep we're obviously going to have quite a lot of wool produced, so why not use it for a nest box. Now they have taken some of it out and I'm not sure how much they like it. There's no eggs in there, and oh, there's no eggs in there, but the main nest box is actually that one over there. I'm going to shut these up in for tonight. So let's just close this up. Good night, chickens. Oh. Good night, chickens. Right. Final area is over here, with the, well, not final actually, not final yet. Next poultry is our, shut the gate in a second. The next poultry is the Orpington, Black Orpington, a Black Orpington rooster, who is still in here with his guinea friends. We do believe we only have one guinea now, one female guinea rather, and the others are male. However, we are looking for guinea hatching eggs, etc. But again, new bedding for them, very clean inside. Just they're used to this routine. All of them should go in the hole. In you go, come on up, in you go, go on, in. Let go and go around and get the next one. And again, in she goes. Now, this, so they're all in their coop. It's got good airflow and everything. We're not too concerned about it, but we'll put the cover on for them. Right, so you just open it up so you can see inside. Yeah, lovely little guinea fowl and onyx. But yeah, so they're doing well. They're getting on really well. He definitely likes hanging around with his guinea fowl, and he's very protected over them. The last one, as you can see, is Atu, our Brahma, and he's in with only 2 Brahmas now. And the reason behind that is, unfortunately, we lost Nimue, our greyish. Oh, let me just lock up and then I'll. Yeah, so unfortunately we lost Nimue, our grey Brahma. We don't know what happened to her. I came out one afternoon to feed and check on him, and she was collapsed on the floor, face down. Picked her up, and she couldn't stand. Took her to the vets. They said it was probably nerve related. So we tried her on this medication, and a couple of days later she died, unfortunately, which is a bit of a shame. I'm just going to check the pigs. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, so a couple of days later she died. We were trying to help her. She had medication to try and take the pain away, everything like that. But unfortunately, no luck. What I'll do now, I'll pause it, walk to the final location. Well, it's 2 locations, but they're in the same place, and I'll rejoin you there. And finally, sorry, it's a bit loud in here, but our lambs and Juniper are in here too. But these are our final, well, not our final, our next lot of poultry update. These are our Frizzle Jersey Giant chicks. Now, we haven't sexed them yet. However, looking at them, they all have quite a big comb, or starting to develop quite a big comb. So we have a slight feeling that we have 4 cockerels in here. Now, that isn't necessarily a problem. However, if there is 4 cockerels in here, we will be wanting to most likely sell them. We will probably keep one of them ourselves, but we will most likely be looking at selling them. But when we do sex them, if we find out about that, we will let you know. Now, the final one are in here. Now these, just around. These here are our 2 Shetlands. Now these are what we're building the pen for. Now they've got a little basket there, and they've got this whole area. They're going to be going outside. However, we have had really cold weather recently. -10 feels like, and -14 on occasions. So they're still young. They're only 6 weeks old, so they're just off heat. So we wanted to keep them indoors for this cold week, and then we're going to put them next to the cool ducks. So as you can see, they're quite happy. We think we've got 1 male and 1 female. You can see by the tail feather changes. So we think this is our male and this is our female, which will be brilliant because they are unrelated. But that is it for this week's video. If there's any questions about any of our poultry, please do let us know. I've got a Brahma to rescue who escaped outside, cool ducks to put away, and just a general check over the flock just to make sure they're all okay and there's no signs of any problems. Thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely week, and we'll see you in the next video. And please do like, subscribe, and check out our Instagram at the Highland Homesteader for more regular updates. Thank you. Bye bye. I almost forgot our final 2 editions. So, well, 2 editions we had planned to get. Well, we had, thank you to Windrush Farm. They sent us some goslin eggs, and we got this little goslin hatch out of one of them. Unfortunately, it was our first time hatching goslins, so we weren't really the most knowledgeable. So unfortunately, only got one out of it. She's very friendly and she comes to home. But because we only had one, we got her a friend, and in the friend we got her a Cherry Valley. This Cherry Valley is 4 weeks old, which is why it's looking very feathered and why it's much bigger than her. However, she should grow hopefully over the course of time and catch up with them pretty quickly. But yeah, so this is a Pilgrim Goose Goslin and a Cherry Valley duck. The Cherry Valley is rather more afraid of us. The Gosling's quite good and she comes to finger, etc. to see us. But the overall aim will be this Cherry Valley will eventually go out with our existing duck flock, and our Gosling we are hoping to hatch a couple more eggs for, or potentially in the market for a couple of pilgrim geese, whichever we can find. But yeah, that is now it for this week's video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.